and welcome back to your Tuesday night movie night roundup, whatever we're calling it, a wrap up. We're going to be talking about all the movies we watched throughout Tuesday Night Movie Night Season 2. We're going to be talking about who got the most picks, our favourite movies, and movies that we were going to put in, but we just didn't. So, first we're going to talk about the movies that we watched. So,
here we have
a
a
little list. The first week was Driving Miss Daisy. It was your pick, wasn't it?
It was my pick that came out the first week.
Yeah.
And I really enjoyed it.
I actually enjoyed it, and I gave it a 3.
We gave it really poor scores.
Yeah, I don't know what happened.
I have looked at that, and you know it's right down at the bottom.
At the bottom.
Yeah, it's really low on our score.
But it wasn't a bad film.
No.
And I looked back and I enjoyed that, so I don't know why I gave it 3.
So there you go.
I think we were just starting off like...
Yeah, steady.
Yeah, I don't know. So I enjoyed it. I would give it 3.5 now. I'd change that.
So it'd move up a bit.
What was the next one?
Right, the next one we watched was It's Kind of a Funny Story.
Which was also your pick.
I picked it and it came out the same week.
That was it.
It came out straight out of the pot that week.
Yeah.
And it was a funny film. We were both in the mood for a funny film.
Remember that one? I think is a really
I've got it down as one of my favourite films. Now again, I've highlighted it as one of my favourite weeks, not necessarily my favourite films. And again, it didn't. You gave it.
I gave it a 3. I don't know what's wrong with me.
You gave it a 3. I gave it a 4, which is quite a high score for me.
I think now again, I'd give it a 3.5, but at the time I gave it a 3.
So that got 7, and that is one of my favourite nights. And there's part of the film, and I've referred back to that part of the film probably every fortnight, once every couple of weeks since we watched it. So it's really stuck in my memory. So it's a really
and we went back and watched that at the end of the Tuesday Night Movie Night. Yeah.
I think I've actually watched that clip again.
Okay. Since then.
You said you just want a bit of a laugh, watch the clip.
Now the next one.
Was
When the Wind Blows.
Which was our first joint pick.
First joint pick of not very many joint picks.
Yeah.
No. And this one, I don't think I'll ever forget this film. We both haven't seen it.
No.
It was a really different film.
It was an animation.
But it was really quite depressing. It was very weird. What did I give it?
You gave it 4.
4, yeah. I thought it was really good. It definitely had an impact.
And I gave it 3.5. And I think it's and funny enough, poignantly, the music for it was a lot of the music for it was written by David Bowie, who has since passed away.
Yeah, not when we watched it though.
No, he was still. He hadn't then. And funny, actually after that, I thought, I want to watch that film again and listen to the music in it, the score that he'd done. So yeah, so that one actually came up with that came up to 7.5, which turned up almost in the middle. 7.5s tend to be really the middle of our pack because it falls in sort of 8
and
score.
7.5.
Yeah, well. Exactly, that's let's say.
So far we've got 6.5, 7, 7.5, like with our scores. And this was Override.
We had Mr. Holmes.
And it was one of the more fun, like,
it was a fun night because we made a bit of I made you a bit of a challenge to go and search for clues because it was about Mr. Holmes, and so we had a good night there, didn't we?
Good.
I can't remember what we cooked or baked or anything.
I don't think we did. I think we had little snacks that were along the way.
Did we?
I think.
I've forgotten about that because really we hadn't really done much snack things at the beginning.
Yeah.
We got into that a bit later.
What did I give it? I gave it 4.5. Yeah, I still.
See, and I gave it 4. But I did really enjoy it, so I'm surprised.
But 4 was good for you.
4 is a good score for me, yeah. So 8.5, so that's really up there.
Oh yeah, so 2 8.5. Next one, Paddington.
Which was our first joint pick.
Oh, second.
Second joint pick.
So I still haven't had a pick yet at this point.
No, you haven't. No, it's all going my way there, really, and joint picks.
Paddington, I enjoyed.
I watched it was darker
a few times
than I was expecting it to be.
Yeah.
I gave it 3.5.
What did I give it?
You gave it 4.
Yeah, I'd watched it before. I'd give it that.
Was a very middling one.
Yeah.
Now next.
The Age of Adeline. My first pick.
Your first pick that came out. I loved that film.
I love that film.
Now you gave it 5.
I gave it 5.
I gave it 4.5, which is actually my top score throughout the whole season.
You've not given anything 5?
No, I haven't given anything a 5. So that's my top score, and that's 9.5, and that's the top.
Oh, it's top bar.
Top of ours. We've got nothing got more than 9.5.
So nothing got 10.
No, because I didn't give anything a 5. Being mean.
But yeah, The Age of Adeline, I loved that film.
Yeah, I'd love to watch it again. Really looking forward to watching it again.
Next one was my pick again.
2 in a row.
And that was Ride.
Yeah.
And I really enjoyed this because I really enjoyed it the first time I watched it. I enjoyed it when we watched it, and I really want to watch it again.
You gave it 4.5.
I gave it 4.5.
I gave it 3.
Yeah, you didn't like it so much.
Yeah, I don't know what. It just didn't. It didn't give me that that it gave you today.
Yeah, I really liked it.
So anyway, next.
The Homesman. Which is
there's
a
a
joint
third
pick.
joint pick.
Right? So there has been a few.
Yeah, they all seem to be at the beginning. So the Homesman.
This is a weird one. I remember this one really.
You gave it 3.5.
Yeah.
I only gave it 3.
Well, the thing is, I haven't ever forgotten this film as well. It really sticks in my mind.
It's. I don't know. The end, I didn't like the end.
No, I didn't like the end.
At all.
And I'll never forget that end. But there was something about it.
Yeah, it's an interesting film.
There's definitely films that we've watched that I kind of have forgotten about less. Does that make sense? Like, there's ones we've watched I've kind of forgot about, but this one isn't one. I've remembered this one always.
So the Homesman actually only got 6.5, so that's really down at the
with
bottom there.
Miss Daisy.
With Driving Miss Daisy. There's only one below that, which we'll get to.
Next we got New in Town.
Yeah,
which was okay. It was good.
And it was around about coming up to Christmas, and it was a snowy film,
yeah.
and we really enjoyed the night, didn't we? I still can't remember what we baked on
What
any
did
of these.
we give New in Town?
We both gave it 3.5.
Yeah,
That
it
was
was
one of
just
your
an
picks.
in-the-middle road film, but we liked it. It was a good.
Yeah, good. Yeah, a good comedy for just a easy watch. We enjoyed it. Yeah, we both enjoyed that. And at the time, you said that was your favourite night.
See, I don't remember as well the nights to the film somehow. But then we watched Gladiator, and I'd never ever seen Gladiator.
And that was our joint pick.
Oh, I gave it 4.
We both gave it 4. Yeah,
Also,
we
we
both
both
gave
gave
it
it
4.
the same. Well, we gave New in Town the same.
Yes,
Yeah, but
good.
I don't. Yeah,
So that
I
was right in the
enjoyed
middle.
it.
That got 8.
Yeah.
So
it's in
quite
the middle.
high. Yeah, it's high end. I want to take that one.
And then Love Actually, because that was the Christmas special.
We made a different one that week. We just put in 5 Christmas films, didn't we?
Well, I gave it 5.
I gave it 4.5. My top score again, so that's 9.5. So that's top. That's in the top there.
Top
We
bracket.
both enjoyed it. We really enjoyed it.
Everybody
Had a
loves Love Actually.
Yeah, I can't quite think of what other films we put in for the Christmas special. But
Elf.
Elf
Didn't get it out.
didn't come out.
What was next? Close Encounters. You know, I was just thinking, when's that going to come out? Because it felt like it came out at the beginning.
No, this was getting towards the middle. So we
4.
both gave it 4, and that was my pick. And we both gave it 4. So it
See,
got
I
8.
enjoyed that, but I didn't enjoy it as much as I thought I was going to. It was just
think
kind of not as memorable as I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, I just think it's a film that you should watch.
Yeah, but we enjoyed it. We're glad we watched it.
Yes, we did.
Then we watched Avengers, which was my pick.
Age of Ultron, yeah. Now I gave that 4.
Yeah.
But the thing is, and this
I gave it
sounds...
5.
Yeah, you gave it 5, I gave it 4. So it's 9, so it's up there. But if I try and think about that film, I can hardly think anything. I couldn't tell you hardly anything about the film, so it hasn't stuck in my mind. Now I gave it 4, but it hasn't stuck in my mind, which I find a bit strange. Whether it's my age or something. I don't mean whether it's strange like I'm losing my memory.
But like you haven't watched any of the others.
No.
So it's probably a bit.
I know Iron Man's in it.
Everybody's in it, yeah.
Yeah. And I know there was some sort of like thing up in the air.
Yeah.
That's all I can tell you about that film, which is a bit sad, really.
But the one we watched after, I loved.
Oh, The Perfect Storm.
Perfect Storm.
Now, I've wanted to watch that for years, and I've had it.
Yeah, I thought
I gave it 4.5.
I gave it
you
5.
Gave it 5. So
It was
again,
your
that's my
pick.
top score and your top score.
Yeah, so that's in the top bracket again. And I loved this one. I loved the night we watched it. I thought it was dead good, and it was one of my favourite Tuesday Night Movie Nights of this season. But it was one that you put in.
Yes,
And I loved it.
Really, really loved that film. I must admit, obviously, because it's based on a true story, the ending followed the ending in the true story.
Oh yeah, we were disappointed about it.
Slightly, but no, obviously we didn't want them to change the end because it was based on a true story. But obviously we wanted a different outcome.
Yeah.
Which most people would.
We thought it was going to go one way and it kind of went another one, and it was surprising.
But I love the guy and he met the girl.
Yeah,
and it's really,
we talked about it. It was all the little village and all the characters were dead good. Then we watched Mad Max.
Yes, not
3.
Yeah, Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome, the one with Tina Turner.
Is that number 2 or 3?
Mad Max. Oh. I
Somebody
don't know
will
because
know.
I don't call them 1, 2 and 3.
I gave it 4. I would think I gave it 3.5.
Anyway, it was Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome.
If you would have said, what did you give it? I think I would have said, oh, I gave it 3.5. I didn't.
You gave it 4.
That was your pick again.
I think it was the children. You liked the children.
Yeah, they were good at the end kind of thing.
Yeah,
well,
my pick again, yeah.
Okay, so the next one was my pick again, and it was Night and Day. But I feel like I've been kind of picking some kind of in the middle movies, nothing too good at the moment. Like for the past few ones, it's been mine. I've been like, then I get Avengers I really like, but I feel like for you was.
No, I did give it a good score.
Yeah, you did. Yeah. I don't know. I just feel like it wasn't one of those memorable.
Well, not for me. Obviously.
But yeah, Night and Day, we actually enjoyed it.
We did. We enjoyed it. I gave it 3.5. You gave it 3.5. It's one of those. It was easy watch. It's comedy. I enjoyed it more than I thought I was going to enjoy it because I'm not the biggest fan of. No, I'm not the biggest fan of Tom Cruise, but I must admit I do think it was one of his better.
You know, I like Tom Cruise in Rain Man.
Yes, actually, I like Rain Man, but I haven't watched that for a very long time.
After Night and Day was your pick again. It was Entrapment. Now this one I really enjoyed. I really liked the night we watched this, and I was kind of like, oh, because you've been mentioning it forever to watch it, and I really enjoyed it. So I feel like a lot of ones you put in, I really ended up really enjoying.
Good. Well, I wanted you to watch it a long time.
Yeah.
I think it's a really good film. Just nice, easy watch again. I don't know what it is about it. It's just got a lot going for it.
Oh, we both gave it 4.
Yeah, we did. It's got a high score.
So it's a high score one.
Yeah.
Next was Kingsman.
Yes.
And I'd just watched Kingsman, so I put it in. And then we both ended up giving it a really high score.
Yeah, I gave it 4.5. And
I gave it 5.
It was unusual. I wasn't expecting it to go the way it went, but I did really enjoy it in a sort of strange.
Yeah, well, I was kind of like, oh, I'll watch it. I watched it one day. Then as soon as I watched it, I was like, oh, I want to watch this again. So then I wanted to put it in, and then it came out, and we were like, oh.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. It's a good film.
Yeah, and it's in the top bracket.
Yeah,
that's all the top bracket ones now. So it's Age of Adaline, Love Actually, Perfect Storm, and Kingsman were our top rated films throughout the season.
Yeah, and 2 of those were yours actually. So you're thinking you're putting in mediocre films, but you've actually 2 of them were yours. One was mine, and one was the Christmas special. So there you go.
What was after Secret
Window,
which was my pick.
Yeah,
and that one is the bottom of the bracket.
Yeah, I gave it 2.5. That's my lowest score.
I gave it 3.
And it's literally
5.5. There's bottom. No others that.
I don't think we've ever had one that low before actually. So no, it just didn't do much for me at all. That one, I just found it a bit too strange and not very.
Just wasn't there. But next was another one of my top picks. It Takes Two! Yay! I was so happy when this came out.
That's like a guilty pleasure film. You really enjoy watching it, so you want to put it in because you want everyone to watch it and enjoy it. So I
gave it 5. I'm sure.
You gave it 5. I gave it 4. It's got a lot of nostalgia for us. And you used to watch it a lot when you were little.
I've always watching all American.
I've seen bits of it on numerous occasions, but I'd never sat and watched the whole thing, so that was a good one for me to watch the whole film. I think we had some nice snacks that night as well.
Yeah, I liked that one, it was really good.
Now,
Big Fish
came out next, and I'd had that in a few weeks and I was wanting it to come out, so I was glad it did.
I liked it.
You gave it 3.5.
But I didn't love it. It wasn't one of my favourites that you put in.
Yeah, I gave it 3. I gave it 4.
3.5.
You gave it 3.5. And I've watched it a few times. It was quite a long time in between watching, and I think now I wouldn't watch it again too soon.
I mean, I liked it all as a whole, but it was a bit of a slow going.
Yeah.
Next, The Intern!
Yeah, The Intern. We both really liked it. We both gave it 4.
I love this movie and I want to watch it again. I've watched it 3 times and I could watch it today. I really enjoyed it. I gave it 4.
Enjoyed it too.
It has its problems, but it's a good fun movie and you just like it. Ooh, The Dressmaker. That's another one of my picks. See, now my picks start to get better because The Intern was really good. It Takes Two was really good. And The Dressmaker, I feel like
we both really enjoyed.
Was
that.
one of my another one of my favourite nights for
4.5.
Tuesday Night Movie Night. Yeah, 4.5. So what was that? It was in the second kind of bracket.
Yeah. Three films came out with 9.
Avengers, It Takes Two, and Dressmaker. All my picks.
Yeah, all your picks.
But yeah, The Dressmaker I really, really enjoyed when we watched that. I literally just watched it the same week as well, so I was a bit like...
and I want to watch that again. And I've told other people about watching that. I've sort of recommended it now since watching it.
And it doesn't seem to be that highly talked about. And it should be a bit. Next, Local Heroes. You know what? I'd forgotten about Local Heroes. It was okay.
I enjoyed it. I liked it.
I'm glad we watched it.
I thought it was funny. I enjoyed it. You actually gave it 3.5. I gave it 4. It was an old British film that I just thought had got a good story to it that was worth watching.
I felt it was different than all the others in the pick, so I'm glad that it changed it up a bit. Now the next one, I actually think was my favourite of the Tuesday Night Movie Nights. I didn't give it the highest rating, but I think it was my favourite new watch. and it was one of my favourite Tuesday night movie nights, and it was your picking again.
Yeah, it was Shall We Dance, and that was one it was spur of a moment that night, and it was coming towards the end, and it was my pick, and I didn't know
it probably wasn't going to come out.
Yeah, and I just thought, I was running along the row of films thinking, well, I was probably looking for something else. And I saw that and I thought, oh, I'll put that one in, because I enjoyed it when I watched it.
And then it came out.
Yeah, it came out the same night. Yeah.
Really lucky, and I was kind of like, oh, you know. But then I really enjoyed it, and I want to watch it again really soon.
Yeah, good.
And then the next one was the last one.
And it was my pick again.
It was your pick again. So you had
Mars Attacks came
and that
out.
was okay. It was fun.
And it nearly didn't end up getting played because we had no sound.
So it nearly was Dolphin Tale. One day. That was just a Tuesday night movie night special. Only movie that gets played. Dolphin Tale.
And what if we put it in 3 blanks or something like that?
Yeah. If it comes out, we get to watch it. If not, no.
You don't watch a film.
Mars Attacks. That was okay.
3.5. Okay, 3.5. Middle of the road score. It was funny. It was different. It was a bit dated. But I enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was nice to kind of round it off.
It was a strange film, but it's worth. I think everyone should watch it just to give them the overview of Tim Burton. If
it wouldn't have come out, I wouldn't have gone ahead and watched it. So I'm glad that it came out. Now, who got the most?
Right. Now then, it sounds like it was one or the other of us, but we've actually added them up. We both had 10.
We both got 10 picks out. We were equal.
Yeah.
You had 10 movies. I had 10 movies.
And there was 4 joint picks.
4 joint picks. Now.
And then 2 override. Sorry, and a Christmas special.
The 4 joint picks though, the Water Divider was in forever.
14 weeks.
Oh, if you put it.
I've written it down. I counted when we put it in, and I've counted up 14 weeks, and it never came out.
Oh, I feel so bad for it. It got stuck in there for ages.
So it just goes to show. Yeah, the graphs vary up and down on a weekly basis. It seems to be.
I'll try and get a picture of it and put it
up and down, up and down. Yeah. So
now we have some movies that we thought about putting in, but we didn't. So do you want to show you? I've only got a couple. Do you want to show you your first one?
Yes. I've for quite a while been undecided whether to put in 10 items or less.
I think you mentioned that quite a few weeks ago. I might put in
Morgan Freeman and Paz Vega, and I've watched it. And I think it's well worth a watch, that one. So I think one day I want to get you to watch that. Might go in another special offer.
Special offer?
Yeah, you know what I mean.
I nearly put in about 3 times Minions. Because you've seen both Despicable Me's. And I really like this Minion movie. So I kept thinking, oh, I'm going to put it in, Because we didn't really have many animations.
No, we didn't put many animations in.
So I thought, oh, I'll put this in. And then I just never did. It was always something else always came up.
And I nearly put in a few times Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves. I think the only one that what put me off putting this in is it's quite a long watch. Yeah. So, and when we've come in from work and by the time we've baked or made something.
At the start, we kept getting those long movies.
Yes,
and we were like, we need some shorter movies.
So that nearly went in. I do think you need to watch it, and I think, especially now, because Alan Rickman's in this one, and again, he's not with us anymore, so.
You can go again, I've only got 2.
Also, towards the end, actually, I
nearly put this in, actually.
So we both nearly put in The Princess Bride.
Do you remember that week I said, oh, I might put in?
I think it was a case of we weren't quite sure where it was and hadn't got around to looking for it.
Yeah, and then maybe I think we thought if the joint pick changes, we could put that in, but it never did after the one.
So we didn't get it. Yeah, that might have been a joint pick and we'd have got the chance. I talked about putting this in.
But it's subtitles.
It's subtitles and it's in black and white.
Now, I don't mind subtitles, but I have to be in the mood for it. So, like, to just spring it on me with Choose That Movie Night.
Yeah, so I didn't put it in just because I thought if she doesn't enjoy reading subtitles, it'll be a bad night for us. And we always want a fun night, so I didn't put that one in.
So I nearly put in Annie. Because I've watched this movie so many times. I think I've watched it 17 times now. It came out a year ago. And you've actually seen bits and bobs of it. You've not watched the whole thing though.
No, I haven't.
And I just love it, so I nearly put it in just for it to be fun. And I know my mum's not going to sit down and watch it any other time, but I didn't. I spared her and I didn't put it in.
And I spared you The Last of the Mohicans.
Oh, yeah,
I love this
film.
I love the soundtrack to it. I love the film. I think I love the story. Daniel Day-Lewis is fantastic in it. So if anybody wants it, it's a bit of an epic. If anybody wants an epic, watch.
But isn't that one very long as well?
Yeah,
that's why I didn't. Yeah.
Last of the Mohicans. But you'll watch it one day. You will enjoy it, and you'll say, "Oh, I'm so glad I watched that." The King and I. which
I didn't want this one to go
I've
in.
talked about putting it in for quite a while, probably nearly all throughout the series, and I know that she really didn't want me to put it in, so
It just looks, I don't know why I've got against it, but
it's a brilliant film. It's when one day you'll watch it and go, oh, I wish I'd watched this film earlier. And also, when I put in Shall We Dance, I didn't realise at the time, but they actually reference The King and I in it, and they play some of the music, the same music as The King and I. So there you go. If she'd have watched this first, she'd have known what they were talking about when they were talking about this bit of the film.
well, a movie that I would have put in had Tuesday Night Movie Night not have ended. So this one. Tuesday Night Movie Night ended on Tuesday. Last week, and then this movie came out the week after. Now, if that wouldn't have happened, I would have put this in, but even so, if we would have had it a week longer, it might not have come out. And I definitely would have put in Star Wars The Force Awakens, the new Star Wars movie. I would have put this in. I think this would have been such a good Tuesday Night Movie Night one, because you've seen the Star Warses, you could have discussed it, it would have been great, but alas, it didn't happen.
It missed its
slot. It missed the time, maybe another time. So that is it for this Tuesday Night Movie Night wrap up. Now, as for any kind of future things, we'll probably talk about that a bit closer to the time, whether or not we probably won't do a full season of the third one this year coming, just because we kind of got more things going on. Whether we'll do one every other week, or we might just do some bits and bobs, like
little special event ones where we pick.
Oh yeah, we talked about that, like a special
on a certain genre, or to do a certain thing, or something like that. But we'll make a good thing of it.
Yeah, we're thinking maybe change it up a bit, or do some else. We're not sure what it is yet, so we're not gonna try and talk about too much in this one. But there will be something.
Be back.
But yeah, so thumbs up if you've enjoyed Tuesday Night Movie Night. This time, let us know what your favourite of these films has been, or what your favourite Tuesday Night Movie Night episode has been.
Yeah, and definitely let us know of some films that we should be watching.
Ones we should have put in. And things.
Think of anything that sort of really sticks in your mind as something. Everybody should watch this film. If you've got something like that, let us know, because we might have never heard of it.
So yeah, until then, we will see you guys another time. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.